The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, the neon light, Jimbo and Bond take flight. 80s dreams are its delight. In the realm of black and white, movies and TV flow through the stories we all know. Silver screen tales unfold in the magic they bestow. The tragedy of cinema, when memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most.
You saw what he did to Saturday Night. Now watch Bill Murray demolish Summer.
Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the sunshine? Are you ready for the birds and bees, the apple trees, and a whole lot of fun? Are you ready for the summer?
See 300 kids from the city escape to the woods for a summer of wholesome fun in the sun.
I'm the program director, Jerry Aldini.
Is that a bra you're wearing, or are you expecting an assassination attempt?
And I have what doctors call very active glands.
Tripper, is there something seriously wrong with you?
Meet the head counselor who knows the facts of life, but forgot them.
What the hell's going on here?
So this year, each camper will stalk and kill his own bear in our private wildlife preserve. These are the camp rules. Maury would like you all to take a look at these. Be in here if you want to check these out a little bit later. How's the leg?
Okay.
Yeah, for now. But if you don't win, we cut it off. But more important than the score of this game is to score at the big social at our place tonight.
It's not how you play the game, but how you win that counts.
I'm talking to you with the exceptionally round hair.
For the glory of the human race.
It just doesn't matter if we win or we lose. It just doesn't matter.
The real excitement, of course, is going to come at the end of the summer. During Sexual Awareness Week, we import 200 hookers from around the world, and each camper, armed with only a thermos of coffee and $2,000 cash, tries to visit as many countries as he can. And the winner, of course, is named King of Sexual Awareness Week.
You'll be cheering for Bill Murray this summer in Meatballs.
All right, welcome back to the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. As you just heard on that trailer's poor quality too. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I let Bond pick out another movie, and he chose from 1979 the movie Meatballs. I am your host Jimbo, and I'm joined by the meathead himself,
and I'm your co-host Bond. Woohoo!
Bond. Why would you pick this movie?
This movie's a comedy classic.
Is it?
It stars one of our all-time 80s comedians, Saturday Night Live alum. When I go through this movie, you're going to come out loving it.
This was his first role. So
true, his first lead role, man.
In the film, yeah. So Bond, what is your favorite Bill Murray movie?
That's a good one.
That's a deep one.
My favorite Bill Murray movie is probably What About Bob?
Great movie. I'll
What
tell you
About
one.
Bob is really good
I'll tell you
stuff,
one of my
man.
favorites. A lot of people don't like it, but man, Groundhog Day is pretty funny.
Groundhog Day is. I was going to actually say that one. That's like one of my top 2 or 3.
And
I mean,
Scrooge is pretty good too.
Ghostbusters, but I don't know if you can say that's a Bill Murray movie.
Right. Yeah.
But if you're talking about him carrying the lead, I have to go with What About Bob or
Groundhog Day.
like you're saying, Groundhog Day.
Yeah. All right, Bond. Well, that's all I had. I want you to go ahead and take it away.
All right, man. Let's break this one down.
Break it down, please. I'm dying to hear what you got to say about
I
this.
guarantee you. I'll pick the 2 thorns out of the movie, and then the rest will be a rose. It'll be a rose to you. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Meatballs, 1979 comedy film, directed by Ivan Reitman. Ivan Reitman is a legend. A legend. He produced Animal House. If you go through his biography, you'll see movies like Stripes, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Space Jam.
Stripes was a really good Bill Murray movie too.
Exactly. I mean, Ivan Reitman, he's gold when it comes to 80s comedies and 80s movies. Everyone has seen an Ivan Reitman movie. It is written by Len Blum, Dan Goldberg, Janice Allen, but mostly written by Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis, of course, is Egon from Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and the new Ghostbusters, of course. He's also in Stripes. He plays off of Bill Murray's character in Stripes. So he's a legend. He actually co-wrote Animal House.
Yep.
He has directed movies like Vacation, Caddyshack, Groundhog Day. So he's a legendary director, legendary writer, and a legendary comedian, Harold Ramis.
And gone too soon.
Yeah, I agree. Daniel Goldberg produced this one. This movie stars, all right, here we go. As we mentioned, it stars Bill Murray in his first starring role, where he was the headliner, as Trip or Tripper Harrison. He's known from the 1975 SNL crew, with some of the original crew. I would argue the best Saturday Night Live crew. So maybe that first 5 years. He's in movies like Groundhog Day, Ghostbusters, Zombieland, Scrooged, Caddyshack, What About Bob, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yep.
He's in that one too. And way too many movies to mention. He's in so much stuff now. He's a legend. He's a Hollywood legend now. You'll also see Harvey Atkin as Morty, Mickey Melnick, right? The camp director. Does he own the camp, or is he just the camp director?
I think he's just the camp director, ain't he?
Okay, well, Harvey Atkin, Morty, Mickey Melnick. He is the voice of King Koopa in the Mario Brothers cartoons.
Yep.
Which I thought was awesome. He's also on TV's Cagney and Lacey back in the, I guess that's early 90s.
That was a great show too.
That was. And he won a Genie Award for his role as Mickey. A Genie is a film award that's based in Canada. This is a Canadian movie. Not many people know that, but this movie is a Canadian movie. It was filmed in Canada. It's the whole production's in Canada. Harold Ramis is Canadian, so the whole thing's a Canadian movie. He won a Genie Award, which is an acting award in Canada for this role. So it is an award-winning movie. So that's 1 point for me, right? That's 1 point for me because I get an award-winning movie. It also stars Katie Lynch as Roxanne. I guess that's Tripper or Bill Murray's love interest.
Okay, well, here's where you're going to lose a point. Did you find that whole relationship a little bit weird? Like,
we'll get into the sexual assault.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's where I had a little bit of a problem there, buddy.
We can get into there is that one awkward scene. Oh, she, by the way, won a Genie Award for the best supporting actress in this movie. So that's 2 Genie Awards. Now, they're handing out these Genie Awards like candy.
I was going to say, dude, it's like, here, everybody, you show up, you get one. Is that like the Kids' Choice Awards up there?
Who else was nominated?
I was going to say, is she the only nomination?
But, okay, since you mentioned it, let's talk about the awkward sexual assault scene. There's a scene in the movie where the two camp counselors, the head camp counselor for the boys and the head camp counselor for the girls, are supposed to be going over the schedule, the master schedule for the camp for the week. And Morty, the camp director, says, "I'm going to leave you two alone. You guys go over the schedule." Then it just becomes awkward.
I was like, what am I watching? This was, he's like, I don't know, man. He was like an uncaged animal. And then she's like, "No, get off me." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. We're going there already?" It's like at the beginning of the movie. And then it's
I'm thinking 1979, maybe that was considered foreplay and sexy, but translated to 2025, that was not. That would no means no.
No
Bill.
means no, man. And then it turns out fun. I don't want to say funny, but like basically he's on top of her on the couch and she kind of pushes him off and he grabs onto her and rolls where he's on top of her. And he's like, let me go. And the counselor walks back in, or the head guy walks back in. So I don't know, man. I felt uncomfortable during that scene. I didn't find it funny. I just found it kind of weird. I have to admit,
watching it through today's eyes, I felt the same way. Yeah, he's on top of her and she's like, "I'm going to scream." And he goes,
"Me too."
Scream. They scream together.
Yeah.
And then, he rolls her on top of him. And then when Mickey comes in, he's like, "Oh, you saved my life. She was an animal. She attacked me."
But then the whole, the problem I had with this movie is the whole premise is basically about the boys getting with the girls or scoring with the girls, if you will. Because if you remember when they're walking through the counselors in training or whatever, when he's walking through and he goes, "Oh, this is the 14-year-old girls' cabin." He's like, "But you stay away from, don't touch them. They're jail bait or whatever." You know what I mean? Right. And there's just that whole awkward scene there. And then they go to like the 6-year-old boys' cabin, and which, you know, something they never did come back to about that poor kid's frog that was dead. I was waiting for him to come. I was waiting for him to come back and say, have the guy go find a new one and put it in there or something. But no, they just left that.
That poor froggy.
So it was really weird. I couldn't even tell you the plot of this movie.
Well, let me finish up some quick cast.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through every single CIT counselor and training member.
What about Spaz?
But there is Bobby Crockett, played by Russ Brannan. He actually grows up and becomes like a pretty predominant financial reporter for the Wall Street Journal. So, I was pretty impressed. He's a writer for Forbes magazine now.
Okay.
We have Christine DeBelle as A.L. She was a Playboy model. And she's in a movie called Big Brawl with Jackie Chan. So, your favorite and my favorite CIT member, Spaz, is played by Jack Blum. He is a Canadian writer and producer now. So he's done a lot of writing. He does a lot of producing. He was in a movie called Happy Birthday to Me, a classic horror movie from around that time. And he was also in the $6 Million Man made-for-TV movie.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Keith Knight plays his best friend, Larry Finkelstein.
He's funny too. The hot dog eating contest.
Oh man, or the part where he gets his pants, the girls take his pants off while he's underneath the building. He's all, "Spaz, what are you doing?"
They're hitting him with the fly swatter.
Oh yeah, they're spanking him with the fly swatter. He was in My Bloody Valentine, and he is a predominant voice actor. But here's something kind of tragic about Keith Knight. He actually died at age 51. He died really young from brain cancer.
Yep.
So it's a shame, man. It's a shame because I really liked him in this movie. Now, arguably the second main character is the camper Rudy Gerner. Rudy is the curly-haired boy who comes in. He's all depressed. Apparently his mom had died right before camp, and his dad kind of like doesn't know how to deal with him, so just drops him off at camp to deal with his grief. And so he's on the verge of leaving. He's about to jump a train or a bus and get out of there. But Chris Makepeace plays the role of Rudy Gerner. He was in another movie that I like. I haven't seen in forever, called My Bodyguard.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Where he hires this.
Yeah, where he hires the big guy to help fight his fights for him. Yeah, I've seen that.
This other guy. Yeah, the other guy was a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Smoker. He
Yep.
hires him to like be his bodyguard.
Yep. I've seen
at
it.
high
It's
school.
been a long
Stuff getting his
time.
butt kicked. He was also in a made-for-TV movie, Mazes and Monsters,
Hmm.
with Tom Hanks.
I don't
You ever
know.
see the Tom Hanks made-for-TV movie, Mazes and Monsters?
I don't remember it. Maybe if I
It was
saw a clip of
it was
it,
a
maybe.
it was a play off Dungeons and Dragons.
Huh.
That was when
No.
Dungeons and Dragons was really big, and so they made a made-for-TV movie called Mazes and Monsters.
Huh. Might have to check it out.
And he was nominated for a Genie Award
Oh,
for his role as Rudy Gerner, but he didn't win. Was nominated, but he didn't win.
did they win anything besides a Genie Award?
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid he
Okay,
didn't-
so that's one for me.
So I'm afraid that they actually they did very well in the Canadian movie
Market,
awards.
right.
But here in America, not so much. The movie was a big hit. All right, so our budget for our movie was about $1.2 million in 1979, right? Which is about $5.3 million today. So that's a really low budget.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of that went to Bill Murray, but that's a really low budget. The movie worldwide grossed $70 million in 1979. That's equal to $309 million today. So think
Still
about
not
that. $5 million to make. It made 309.
It's a lot of money.
Huge profits.
Yep.
Huge profits, man. And this movie, it did come out 1979, like I said, June 29th, and it had a running time of 94 minutes. 94 minutes. So that's the cast of Meatballs, a great film. So I get another point for the profit, of course, because it was a big profit.
You're just trying to get points because, all the.
Well, this movie, so this movie's about a rundown camp. I'm not going to say it's too rundown. To me, it seemed like an average camp.
Right.
And the other one just across the lake was the rich camp.
Mhm.
So you have Camp North Star, which is like for the everyman. And that's where I would end up going, to Camp North Star, the everyman. Your everyday kid would go to that one. And then across the river is Camp Mohawk, and that's like for the rich kids. Right? And I don't know, this movie, I liked it. I thought it had a lot of good funny parts, man. How could you not think there were funny scenes in this movie?
There is funny scenes, but as far as telling a cohesive story, like a linear story, it goes all over the place. Would you agree with that?
I'll agree with that. Okay, so here's the two things that I struggle with in this movie. First, I love this movie. I think it's hilarious. I'm not gonna chop it up too much. But the two problems I have is, one, the music in this movie sometimes becomes distracting.
Meatballs.
I like the "Are You Ready for the Summer?" Yeah, I like the
Meatball.
Meatball song, the Meatballs. I like that song. I like the "Are You Ready for the Summer?" I like that. I think because those songs fit this movie.
Right.
If this movie is supposed to be silly, funny, sexy, 1979 teen sexy, if it's supposed to be all of those things, then those two songs fit. I'll even say when they're at the social, all the CITs are at the social and they're all dancing together, they go, "I'm making it do, do, do." That's fine too. But every once in a while, they'll stick in a song that's like real slow and sappy. Like there's like that one running scene where Bill Murray and
Yep.
Makepeace are running together. And as they're doing their long distance run, there's like this long, drawn out, sappy 1970s song.
Yep.
And it just kills the mood. It kills like the whole, is this movie supposed to be silly? Is it supposed to be fun and funny? Because that song drains it.
Oh yeah. I think the problem with this movie is it didn't really know which direction to go, because you were trying to have Bill Murray play a serious, almost like a father figure to this kid, comforting this kid that had just lost his mom, while also being over the top. Like he would wake up every morning because he was the morning guy on the radio, put on his helmet and do all the announcements over the radio, and just pulling gags. Like he would pull a gag on the director where he puts his bed on the side of the road, or in the middle of the lake at the end of the movie. It's just, it was kind of going back and forth. Like I understand, like you would have a scene where the girl pulls up on the boat and pulls the one guy in, and she's like, "I like you," and he's like, "Yeah, but aren't you with the other guy he was with on the dock?" he's like, yeah, well, he's a total jerk. And he's like, I'm a total jerk, you know? And then,
like right
then
when
the
they go
next
by the
scene,
kid.
I mean, they never go back into any conflict between those two characters or anything. It's just like a drive-by, you know, like patches of stories like that, or like the lady that's spray painting the baseball field, remember? And she does
He gets
something.
attacked by a bee. He's
Yeah,
like,
and
warning,
so-
there's killer bees out there.
So there's little segments of stories that they didn't finish. It was like they gave you this leadway here, but they didn't complete it.
I agree. I think they needed to add another 30 minutes on, make this movie an even 2 hours, add another
Right.
30 minutes on. Like you said at the beginning, resolve the part about the dead frog,
Mm-hmm.
right? The cutest little boy in the world. He's got this pet frog.
In a
They open up
box.
the box, and his little friends, what are they, 9 or something?
Yeah.
They're like,
He's
dead.
sleeping.
He's not dead. He's sleeping.
He's tired.
He's just tired.
And the counselor
And of
says,
course,
"Oh, I'll
the
take
camp counselor
you guys
goes
go get some sleep. I'll take care of the frog." And he shuts the box. That's the last thing you hear from.
Yeah, like you said, they should have shown a scene where he picks up a frog from the side of the lake, puts it in the box, and then gives it back to the kid and said, "Hey, he's better now. He's awake. I guess he had a good nap."
And,
Something.
And you could tell the kid could go, "That's not my frog," or just something. So yeah, it was all over the place for me. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not Dennis Hopper. That's the name of the frog, Dennis Hopper.
That's Warner J. Frog. Hello, my baby.
Exactly. But I get that there's a lot of strings out there that weren't tied up.
Yeah.
Like you said, that would be romance. There's a lot of would be romances out there that are not tied up. Does Spaz ever get with his little tomboy girlfriend?
I thought if they would have explored the two that they're playing tennis with, I thought that was going to be Spaz and Fink's girlfriends or attempts to be a girl, but they never really do anything with Fink's character besides beating the stomach or whatever at the hot dog eating contest. You never see him get any looks, any love, any screen time, basically. But Spaz gets a lot, but I don't know. It's just, it was a little bit soft for me in the storytelling.
And then my second thorn that I have in this movie, like I said, I have two. My second thorn is Makepeace's role. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gardner. I don't know. Every time he comes in the movie, it drags it down. I mean, I get he's supposed to be depressed.
Which one's
makes
that?
sense. He's supposed to be depressed.
The kid?
Yeah, the little kid.
Yeah,
the kid,
yeah.
His, Bill Murray's friend, Rudy Gardner. And it's like, every time he comes on the screen, it just brings the movie down. It's like, oh, this movie's fun. It's lighthearted. There's good jokes. I want to go to this camp. And they show the scene and the music changes.
And now we're going to be a serious movie.
Yeah. And I get what they try to do. They try to add heart, right? You want to have the heart to the movie. And Bill Murray's character is the heart of the movie. And he's trying to help this little boy get over his grieving process. I get all that, but it drags this movie down way too much.
All good, all valid points. So
what do you think about the competition between the Camp Mohawk, the Olympiads, where they've lost 11 or 12 in a row?
It's typical camp movies. It's what was it? Ernest Goes to Camp. It's like, what's that other camp movie where they did it? That's like a typical camp thing. Oh, it's us against them. You know what I mean? But basically,
But
it's
did
usually
this movie set that standard, though? I mean, are there other movies like that because of this movie?
I was trying to think of some other camp movies that I know of, and all I came up with was Ernest Goes to Camp. This one, Parent Trap has one at the beginning. I think there was the same campsite for this is used in the movie. I think it's called Camp Rock, or I got it in my notes somewhere. Camp Rock, I think in 2008. So, because this is a real campsite they used in Canada.
Yeah, it's a real camp.
So, I mean, I've been to summer camp and I've been on those teams, and I will say, when they go to the mess hall and everybody gets up and starts doing the different cheers, we had to do that at our camp. We had to, each table, ours was yo baby, yo-hi-yo. Our cabin was yo-hi-yo. You got to be a rascal or you got to go, you know what I mean? And then there was another one that was, we're awesome, hit him in the head with a big dead possum. There's different chants you learn and you do. So
ours was whenever they came out and said, "Oh yes, we have some announcements," then everybody go, "Announcements, announcements, announcements." Like, but yeah, there is the camp chants and camp cheers and stuff.
And let me ask you this question: did they ever show like a camp nurse?
No. I don't think there was a camp nurse.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't know, with that depressed kid, you thought maybe how'd this kid just go to a bus station?
That bus station's got to be within walking distance.
It's got to be close, because I mean, I was like, well, this kid is just sitting there.
The part about that scene that bothered me the most was the fact that Bill Murray ordered some fries, put ketchup on it, ate one fry, and then they got up and left. And I was like, but what about the fries? You didn't eat your fries.
Right. So this movie,
but there was a very large pair of pants from the flagpole.
Yep. This movie's a train wreck, but is that all you had? Is that all you had for the cast?
Man, I think this movie's fun.
Is that all you had for the cast before I dive into some trivia?
That's all I have for the cast, man.
All right. We'll talk some trivia, see if it changes my mind or your mind any. So here we go. So according to one of the featurettes on the DVD, several of the shots in the movie were added after initial filming ended. These scenes that were filmed include Rudy and Tripper at the bus station and of them playing blackjack for peanuts. That's another scene that was weird. Why did they put this playing blackjack for peanuts in there? That didn't need to be in there.
That didn't bother me. That one didn't bother me because it's like Rudy doesn't have any friends at camp. It's just another time where he can bond.
Rudy has a camp counselor that has to be accountable for him.
Yeah,
if he's missing from your cabin all this time, getting up, running with Bill Murray and all this, then there's going to be a problem. But during the time off, Chris Makepeace had entered puberty and had the beginnings of a mustache. Bill Murray decided that it had to go, so he took Makepeace over to a sink, lathered him up with soap, and shaved off his mustache. So Makepeace received his first ever shave from Bill Murray.
Dang, I wish I had my first ever shave from Bill Murray.
Do you even shave, Jason? every time I've seen you, you got that baby face.
I haven't. I'll have you know I haven't shaved in 3 days.
Yes, smooth as a baby's bottom. John Belushi convinced Bill Murray to accept the part of Tripper, pointing out that it would be Murray's first film and he would be the star. This is the first starring role, as we said, of Bill Murray, and his name is above his top billing above the movie poster. So the red shorts and colorful Hawaiian shirt that Bill Murray is seen wearing in the movie were his own clothes. So he actually owns that stuff.
So here's what I had heard. I had heard he didn't show up to filming
till the first day of shooting. Yes, the first day of shooting.
And he showed up in that clothes, in that shorts and that Hawaiian shirt, and said, "Okay, let's start."
Yep.
That's why he doesn't wear the camp clothes.
Yep. They actually wanted John Landis to do the filming of this movie, but because of what he had did on Animal House, but he turned it down because he was too busy working on another movie, Bond, from 1980. Can you guess what it was?
No.
The Blues Brothers.
Oh, that's a good reason not to do Meatballs.
I don't know. Meatballs might be better than the Blues Brothers.
I like the idea of the Blues Brothers and Meatballs being filmed at the same time.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So this movie was filmed in an actual summer camp towards White Pine in Haliburton, Ontario, which is a few hours north of Toronto. Many of the extras in the film were actual campers and counselors of the camp. Some of the featured players were Canadian-based actors. Most, if not all, locations were actual camp facilities, which include the basketball courts, the mess hall, the swim docks, the cabins, etc. The Visitor Day scene montage was actually filmed during the camp's Visitors Day. White Pine also had a similar yearly event to the Olympiad, though rather than being a inter-camp competition, it was an intra-camp relay type competition that was just part of the overall all-day themed event. These competitions were nicknamed Mohawk Relays, perhaps serving as inspiration for the name of the rival camp in this movie. All the cast members did their own stunts, so we didn't have to pay any stuntman for this. This was the first major studio picture directed by Ivan Reitman. All right, Bond. It's never explained what a meatball is. What is a meatball,
That's
Bond?
right. That drives me crazy. Why is this movie called Meatballs?
Right. I'm
I
asking
think
you.
meatballs is just a term that means craziness, wackiness.
Well-
like the whole thing's just gone meatball.
Well, it's a general term for a silly person because if you remember on the tennis court, Spaz gets called a meatball by
Oh,
Fink.
that's true.
So yeah, I was like, I didn't know why they called it meatball. I don't know. Speaking of meatballs, do you like meatballs, Bond?
I do.
You
man.
ever had
Give me a good meatball
you
sub?
ever had the Buca de Beppo? Do you got Buca de Beppos down there?
No, we don't.
Oh, they got meatballs the size of your fist. Oh, they're good. So this
South Texas is not somewhere to go if you want meatballs.
yeah, you want barbecue probably. But this
Yeah.
filming was done from August 7, 1978 to September 6, 1978. So it was just 30 days of filming. So it's unbelievable that they can turn a movie around that quick. Oh, the film was Camp Rock in 2008, which used the same real life camp facilities as this movie.
Okay.
The first day of production shoot was also the first day of camp seen in the movie. So now, Bond, if you were to direct a movie, would you shoot your film scene by scene, starting at the beginning, or would you jump around and then try to splice them all together?
I think you have to jump around. You have to film all your mess hall scenes have to be filmed in one day, 2 days at the most. And then anything having inside a camp, like inside a cabin, then you film all those bunks and all the cabin scenes together. You film all when the CITs go camping, you film all those. You spend a week on the water filming all the water scenes. I mean, that's why you storyboard a movie. You storyboard it out so you can make stacks of cards and say, this is all the scenes inside the camp. This is all the scenes inside the mess hall. We're going to do this scene. Because if not, you can't film a movie in order.
You
You
can.
just can't do it.
You can.
Well, you shouldn't.
But what I'm saying is, if this isn't a thing where you have to build sets over and over and over, you're at a campsite. So you could very easily shoot this in order and not have to worry about tearing down stuff and building stuff back up because it's all going to be on the set already.
That's probably where they saved a lot of money right there, just on
Probably.
the sets. They didn't have to build any sets. I'm impressed that the actors did their own stunts. I mean, there's not a lot of stunts, but I'm thinking like when they're on the water and when Mickey is up in the tree, you know what I'm saying? He's like in a bed up in a tree or he's out in the middle of the lake kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of big stunts in this movie. Well, what about the basketball game where was it Hardware rams face first into the pole and breaks his nose? And they're like, it's going to get bigger? All the girls were worried about his nose getting bigger.
Of the film's 3 sequels, only Meatballs 3 Summer Job has any story connection to this movie. So maybe we get a little bit of a backstory to this. According to the book, are you ready for this? Wild and Crazy Guys by Nick D. Simlin. Is that what you're reading, Bond?
That's the book I just finished reading. Man.
Right. Bill Murray didn't agree to make the movie until the first day of shooting. Ivan Reitman had been trying to secure a deal with Murray for several weeks, but Murray was disinclined to work that summer as he was following a certain AAA baseball club on the road. He also wasn't sure about making movies as the sudden fame of Saturday Night Live was overwhelming to him, and he feared a movie career might exacerbate the filling. In the end, he did decide to make the movie, and when he arrived on the set, the first thing he said to director Ivan Reitman was, "This is kind of crap," referring to the script. So
exactly.
I just thought that was great because you just told me the other day that you were reading this book, and I was like, I think that is the exact book that
That
Bond
is the
told me.
exact same book, Wild and Crazy Guys. I just finished it yesterday.
Right. So, Bond, if you wanted to go to Camp Mohawk in Canadian dollars per week, it would have been $1,000 per week in 1979, which would be the equivalent of 3,353 Canadian dollars per week in 2020 dollars. So per week.
Ooh,
That's
3,000 a week.
That is crazy. Then, you had Rudy reading a comic book featuring The Thing from the Fantastic Four. And I did not know this. You may have, but I didn't. A few years prior, Bill Murray provided the voice of the Human Torch and Johnny Storm in a Fantastic Four radio drama.
Whoa, I did not know that.
I did
That's
not
pretty
know
cool.
that. So I might have to find that, see if I can't find Bill Murray being the Human Torch or Johnny Storm. It could be
That's
good.
the Human Torch, yeah.
And then, of course, he would later join the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania in 2023. So, Bond, that's all the trivia I had. Why don't you go ahead and persuade me that this was a good movie, because I don't think it is.
All right, so this is a great movie because every comedy scene is a classic. I mean, the scenes with Fink and Spaz are great. They're out there playing tennis with these girls, and he, on the serve, he throws his racket over the net, and when she returns it to him, and I love Fink because Fink's like, "You see the way she gave that racket back to you? She wants it, man." That's hilarious. Just some of the sight gags are funny. The hot dog eating contest is funny. The pep talk that Bill Murray has, because it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. That's fun. The movie's fun. Like I said, there's a couple drag downs where you're like, come on, guys, this movie was kind of getting funny. This movie was kind of getting fun. And then there'll be a scene that kind of kills it. We talked a little bit before. I kind of agree with you in the fact that this movie doesn't translate to 2025 as well as it should. You know, it's 46 years old, and it was a lot funnier 46 years ago than it is today. I watched it today and I was like, I remember this movie being a lot better than it was. So I'm not going to say it was a great movie, but it was a great comedy. There's some funny parts. It's silly. Like you said, what you mentioned, like 3 camping movies. And this movie is what sets the bar for camp movies and fun movies like that. So I really liked it. I thought it was really cool.
But what are you rating it there, Bond? This is really good. This is what we really want to know.
I know. Okay, first off, my prompt is very easy. I want a camp t-shirt. I want a Camp North Star t-shirt. Because if you walk around with a Camp North Star t-shirt on, how many people are going to recognize that as a Meatballs shirt?
Why don't you get a Camp Mohawk shirt? But
because I don't want people to hate me. I don't want people to hate me. I'm going to give this movie a 6.5.
All right.
6.5. It's not an average. It's above average. It launches Bill Murray's career even further. It's above average. It's a 6.5.
All right. I'll probably get some hate from this, but I'm not a big Bill Murray fan. I think there's only a couple movies I really liked him in. He's just got a style that I don't really like. And I'm not saying nothing bad against him, because he's been in a ton of stuff. He's made a lot of money. And he was on Saturday Night Live and all that. So for it being his first film, I have to agree with him. The script was kind of crap. I mean, he said it. I'm going to repeat what he said. It was hard to follow. I don't know why if you were going to make that zany comedy, you didn't even need the boy in there, the depressed little boy. You could have just had.
I agree. You get rid of his character. This
has been a great movie. You could have just had Spaz be the hero, and win the Olympiad at the end. Because
have the whole movie be about counselors in training,
right,
going crazy,
right, and I like the song at the end where they're sitting around the campfire and they're singing the CIT song or whatever.
Oh, yeah. We are the CIT, so piteous.
Yeah,
right.
so I think that one, that was good. I wish they would have dove into the relationships more between all the characters, because there was so many counselors in training. And they got so little screen time because it was more focused on this little kid and Bill Murray. And if it wasn't the little kid and Bill Murray, then it was Bill Murray and that girl. I did like
Roxanne.
Spaz is probably the best part of this movie. If you remember the scene where they're in the canoes, like all the counselors are coming back from the canoes and he's paddling and the girl's laying in front of him in a bikini, and he loses his paddle, right? He acts like he's still,
but he's still paddling.
Yeah, he's still paddling. So Spaz is great in this movie. Remember what they said? He once took out 6 nurses on a date and 4 of them didn't show up to work the next day or something.
Exactly, man.
He's a living legend.
That's what they say.
And, at the beginning, you're like, oh, Spaz, I think they're looking at you. And he's like, go over there and talk to him. And he goes on, and they're like, oh, your fly's down.
That's hilarious.
So
and the time where Spaz and Fink, they crawl underneath the girl's cabin to listen to him,
because they're reading some sort of romance novel or something. And yeah, and they get caught because one of them sneezes, I think, or coughs. I think or Spaz sneezes or coughs.
Yeah, and the girls hear it and they're like, "Shh."
Yeah, and they go outside with a fly swatter. So to me, it had a couple of funny moments, but it's not a haha funny movie. And it doesn't age very well. Like with the whole Bill Murray scene with that girl at the beginning, where it's basically he's trying to rape her, I guess is the easiest way to say it. That was just a big turnoff, and that may have affected the rest of the movie for me, where I couldn't really get into the movie because I'm like, man, this isn't right. But for me, I'm probably only going to give it 5.5 stars, and the half is just from Spaz because that guy's funny, or else it would just be a 5. Now, if they would have took away the whole kid with Bill Murray, this probably goes up to a 7 or 8 really easily. And if they would have just fleshed out, you could have had a lot more funnier scenes with Spaz and Fink trying to get them girls to like them. It would have been comedic genius. So maybe in Meatballs 2, 3, or 4, maybe they go down there. I remember Meatballs 2 with an alien, if I vaguely remember that growing up. So maybe we'll have to cover that sometime.
Boxing, and there was an alien, and
yeah,
that movie's rough.
Well, yeah, this one was rough too. So,
but okay, so they wanted this movie to have heart. So why didn't they just, like you and I had talked about before, have that one counselor, I think it was Hardware, save the little kid's frog, or get that little kid a frog,
right?
And have Spaz get romantically involved with his love interest,
and then set
ways to pull in heart,
and then set Fink up with a girl or whatever. You know what I mean? You could have went in so many ways instead of bringing this whole other character in. And I don't know if maybe there's a deleted scenes that were missing that maybe flesh it out more. I don't have the DVD, so I can't tell you. The prop I'm going to take is probably going to be the space helmet that Bill Murray puts on, or whatever that helmet is at the beginning that he does his announcements with.
Yeah, when he does his morning announcements, he puts on that helmet.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that's something that would definitely go in my man cave. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen this, man. It's been at least 30 years, 35 years.
So I think, and I vaguely remember, this might have been the first movie I ever saw at the drive-in.
Really?
Yeah, I think my brother and I went with our babysitter. We had a babysitter, and our babysitter took my brother and I to the Thunderbird movie theater that's now long gone. It's been torn down for decades. But I pretty much believe this might be the first movie I saw that I can remember seeing at the drive-in movies.
Bond, do you want to know how different we are? You know what the first movie I ever saw at the drive-in was?
What's that?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, you know, I haven't went to many drive-in movies. That's something, I'm a big movie fan. And we still have several drive-ins in the area. Tibbs Drive-In's really popular here where they show them. But the only one that I ever went and seen was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So I figure
cool. I've probably been to some other before that, but I was too young to remember.
My thing is, why sit out in your car and burn up outside, or when you could be inside a nice, comfy, reclinable seat in the theater now? So yeah, there you have it. That is our coverage of Meatballs. Let us know what you think about Meatballs. I know Bond's a little bit older than me, so his perspective is going to be a little bit different because I think he said he was about 9 years old when this came out. I was 2, maybe 1.5. So there's a little bit of age difference. So the difference between Bond to me is the same as me as it was to Kyle. So Kyle was younger than us. So,
okay.
And don't feel bad. I'm still trying to get Kyle on to give him a wrap-up show. He's just really busy right now. So, you know, I'm going to let him do his thing. Yeah, Bond stepped up. We're surviving. We're still going. So I don't want Kyle to feel bad. So we'll get him back on here soon.
I definitely want people to go out, watch this movie, review it. Let us know your thoughts. Go to Facebook, go to whatever, Instagram, all those kind of good things.
And I want people to know if they just remember watching this movie, go back and watch it now and tell me what you think. Because you may have loved it back in the day, but you go back and watch it now, it hits differently. It just really does.
And I 100% agree, because that's exactly the way I went into this movie. I was excited about watching this movie again, watch this movie for the first time in decades, going, oh, I remember, I love this movie. This movie's hilarious. Oh, I'm going to die laughing watching this thing. And I didn't. I really didn't.
Yeah. But you know what, Bond?
But it's not.
I'm going to give you a Genie Award for picking this movie because they like to give those awards to everybody, right?
Hey, eat your heart out, Canada.
Well, we are the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. If you want to follow us, we are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, but I don't do a lot on Instagram. I need to start that back up. Maybe I'll put Bond on that. I'm thinking about doing another Real Talk episode real soon where we just bring everybody in on a big old Zoom meeting and just have a good old time. I don't know if Bond's ever been on one of those with us. I know one time we did like the nicest person in the world. It was around a March Madness, and we had a big old 64 people bracket where I think the nicest person in the world, it came down between, I think it was Mr. Rogers and Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. And Dolly Parton was in the final four, I do believe. So I don't know. It was really interesting. So maybe we'll do something like that again soon. We'll come up with something. So, but I think this episode's coming to a close, and that's a wrap.
And cut.
The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Those we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. To the tales we love the most.